Hey everyone, so today I'm here showing you how to color your own hair, or at least how I do mine. As you can see here, I'm using 2 tubes of color, 10 volume developer, 4 clips, gloves, bowl brush, comb. Basic things. You want to part your hair into 4 sections, down the middle and then on the sides down to your ears. And you want to wear a shirt that you don't really care about, it will get messed up. Put on some gloves, major thing, you don't want to have brown hands and nails. I've been there, it's not nice. Then I am using Ion Color 2N and 10 volume developer. 10 volume is for when you are depositing color, and I am only depositing because I'm going darker. I'm using a 2N, which is almost black. It is the darkest brown. I'm using 2 tubes. And you're going to mix this 1-to-1 ratio. You always add the developer first. 1-to-1 ratio means you're going to use the same amount of developer as you do color. So say I have 60 ounces of color, I'll use 60 ounces of developer. So I added the developer, and then I'm just going to add both the tubes of color. You puncture the end and add them in. I don't have a color key, but I normally would use one to put this in. So if you're just squeezing it in and you have some left, you might not want to use it because it will have air already in the tube and it will oxidize the color and it will just make the color mostly useless. So you want to make sure you just use it all. Mix it well, mix it very well. It's going to mix probably white at first, and you want to make sure you get all the chunks out, but as it oxidizes, it will start turning color. You don't want to mix crazy like I do because you will spill it onto your counter like I do, and you will have to wipe it up quickly like I did before you stay in the counter and your mom yells at you. So, don't do that. So once it's mixed very well, you're just going to start applying. And you can buy these products at Sally's. You're usually supposed to use the same brand color and developer, but I just use whatever I have. Always comes out fine. So I'm just applying this to the perimeter of the section, which means like the sides of all the sections. And as you can see, I'm just doing this outline first. Making sure to be careful around the hairline. You could add like petroleum jelly around the hairline if you wanted to be extra careful. If you see any stains, wipe them quickly. And then I'm just going to take like about 1/4 of the section of hair. You don't want to make it too big. And you're going to like go at the scalp, and then you can like lay your hand against the hair and run the color down it. And then just smooth the color down it with your hands. The basic rule is if the hair is wet, then the color is on. So you basically just want to make sure all the hair looks wet. And you want to start this with dry hair, by the way. And I'm just going to do that through this whole section. And then once I do this whole section, I'm just going to do the whole head like this. So, I'm just applying it to the scalp, to the other side of the scalp, and then running it through the whole ends and making sure it's drenched with my hands. Again, not taking too big of sections. And that's basically all you do. You want to work kind of fast because you don't want to have this sitting on your hair forever, but I am going darker, so it's not that big of a problem. So I'm just going to finish out this section and then do the rest of my hair. And you're going to leave this to sit on your hair for about 30 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes less. I set mine for about 30 minutes. And then once it's set for 30 minutes, you're going to rinse it out, rinse all the color out. Some people don't shampoo, some people just condition. I believe I shampooed and conditioned. I used color shampoo. That's what I recommend. I used Paul Mitchell color shampoo because it was pretty much the cheapest at the store and I was on a budget. But it does work well. So you can get that if you like. So once it is all rinsed, you can style, you can blow dry. And your hair will look fabulous. This is basically just what I do. I do not use box color. Box color is bad for your hair and it coats your hair and it has metallic dyes and it's just terrible. So you could buy a developer and color on your own for cheap and do it yourself. 10 developer is always whenever you're just depositing the color. You would use a 20 developer if you were going lighter. And these are the finished results. It looks black, but it's a dark brown. I love it so much. Hope you guys will leave me your feedback in the comments. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Have a wonderful day. And here's today's quote.